Year 11 and welcome to this video tutorial on consequentialism. So to start off with, you're going to be watching this video and then you also have this document here in front of you. So there's questions that I'm going to be covering, and these are the questions on our sheet here for you. On the second page of our sheet over here, we have to create two questions from the video here. So it could be a confusion question where you don't understand something that's been covered, or you might want to ask a question of another student in the class. So if you put them there and there, you need to find 4 people who are also doing consequentialism with you to see if they can answer them, and then what we'll do is come back as a class. So to start off with today, we have 2 goals. The first is to identify the features of consequentialism, and the second is to look at how consequentialism can impact our decision making. So to start off with, the Internet Encyclopedia of Philosophy has a really simple definition for consequentialism, and it is that all the things that a person might do at any given time depends on the morally right action, and it is the one that provides the best consequences for the situation. So it's all about the consequences for the individual and also the people that they're interacting with. Now, consequentialism is based on 2 principles. The first is whether or not the act is right or wrong depends on the result of the act. So if lying to someone makes them feel good and makes the person lying feel good, then it must be right. And the second principle is that the more good consequences that the act produces, the better or more right act that it is. So if the action we take has positive outcomes for people and makes them feel happy and makes them feel good, then that means that the act we've done was a good act. How should we live our lives is that, according to consequentialism, people should live their lives in order to maximize good consequences. So we should live our lives to always make people happy and make them feel good. And finally, for consequentialism, we would consider lying not to be wrong only if it produces good consequences for the person that we're lying to. Another example is a really far-fetched example is say if someone was trying to harm 10 people. If we removed that one person and stopped them harming 10 people, then that would be a good act because we're saving 10 for the harm of 1. So let's just quickly recap. We've looked at the features of consequentialism, and we've recognized how a consequentialist makes their decisions. So have a go at the questions on the sheet here and produce some questions that we can discuss as a class.